So today I'm going to teach you how to make amazing mutton biryani. A biryani I learned from a friend in New York that was from the coastal region of Karnataka. And she was a Shetty girl, a Bunt, as that's what she called herself. And they're a community of Hindus that grow up eating meats. And their biryani, as you'll see, is very different. And this particular one is so deeply delicious without the addition of too many things other than whole spices that it's mind-boggling the amount of flavor it packs and the punch of deliciousness it brings to the table. Come join me. In a medium-sized bowl, take 1¼ kilos of mutton. I've taken the rib chops. Marinate them with some coarsely ground sambar powder, some black peppercorn and red chili powder, some toasted cumin powder and some tamarind concentrate, Tamco, and mix it and let it sit overnight or at least 4 to 5 hours in the bowl and set aside. Cumin seeds, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, fenugreek seeds, black peppercorn, whole dried red chilies, cloves, cardamom, bay leaves. This is what I put into my powder. Take cinnamon, green cardamom, cumin seeds, fenugreek seeds, fennel seeds, black peppercorn, star anise, cloves, bay leaves, black cardamom and coriander seeds, bloom them, and in that oil then add the mutton pieces. And now you cook them and sear them till they're nicely browned on all sides. And you want to do this with a lot of love and affection and patience so that you get this deeply caramelized flavor and depth to the dish. It takes a good 10 minutes to sear, around 5 minutes on both sides, and just make sure you're scraping the bottom of the pan to make sure nothing is burning. In the ghee that is left, add 4 sliced onions and 4 thinly diced onions. So I've taken the diced ones first, and now I'm adding salt into the pan and caramelizing the onions for a good 25-30 minutes, but I'm beginning with the diced onions, just scraping the bottom of the pan, now adding the sliced onions and 4 to 6 green chilies. And you cook and you cook and you throw a little water and cook again, and then you throw a little water and cook again. And you're cooking till you've caramelized the onions deeply and it's all brown and yummy and delicious and it's all smelling incredibly beautiful in your kitchen. So take time, a good 25 to 30 minutes, no less than that. And in that you get this caramelized, incredible, deep flavor that is the backbone of this dish. Now I'll add more water. I've cleaned up the bottom of the pan. I'm adding curry leaves, 6 to 8 sprigs, so a lot of leaves. And now I'm cooking those in the caramelized onions, and see how amazing this all smells. I'm putting back the mutton into the dish and cooking it, adding a little water to now simmer the mutton for a good hour and a half. And you want to uncover and stir every 20 to 25 minutes on the lowest heat possible. While that's happening, I'm in some oil, I'm frying the potato halves that I've taken. I've taken around 8 potatoes, cut them into halves, and I'm putting them in a paper towel. I'm uncovering and stirring just to make sure nothing is sticking in the mutton. I'm adding onions to fry, crescent-shaped half-moon onions that I'm frying in the leftover oil till they're caramelized and brown, draining them on paper towels and setting aside, going back to stirring in the pot. So as I said, a good hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how tender you want it. Now for the last half an hour, I've added the potatoes into the mutton stew, and I'll cover it again and let it just cook a little more. And that little bit of water, make sure that nothing is sticking to the base of the dish, and you cover again and let it cook. And this time again clear the bottom of the pan, and for the last bit of cooking I'm now cooking rice in extra water. In the pan I've added a little bit of ghee in the middle, and in which I'm frying coconut, 2 kinds of coconut, desiccated fine and desiccated coarse, and a little green chutney, 1.5 cups of green chutney, and I'm adding them into the stew, and I've mixed it all up, and it's so aromatic and delicious you can't imagine. So in 2 additions, I added the chutney. Now 2 cups of tomato puree. I'm mixing them into the dish, letting it boil again. I've added some sambar powder. I'm mixing it as the rice cooks. And the rice is cooking in extra water. 3 cups of rice in like 9 cups of water. You drain it and you cook it only for 6 minutes. So it's still a little uncooked. Taken lots of coriander greens and 2 green chilies, and I'm going to mince them fine. Majority of that goes into the stew, the mutton stew. And I've taken the chutney bottle and taken water and then mixed it back into the mutton to get all the little bits of the chutney in it. And I'm letting it cook a little. Now I'm taking some sambar powder water that I've put over the onions and the rice, and the rice being on the top and the water going on top of that. I'm cooking and covering for 20 minutes. No touching before 20 minutes. And it's ready to now be mixed and fluffed. You take a carving fork and fluff it up very gently. You don't want the rice to become a porridge. So gently, and you lift from down up, and the flavors are incredible. The mutton is tender, it's yummy. Throw the rest of the coriander greens on top, some of the fried onions, and this is incredible biryani, yours to enjoy and share. It's a Karnataka style mutton biryani. Enjoy. Join me every Sunday to learn a new recipe. Today's biryani is as Indian can be, but will be very different from many of you. And that's what I try to do. I bring the old and the classic, the new and the innovative all together every Sunday at Suveet Sarun on Instagram. Join me and have a great weekend. And most importantly, stay safe, stay masked, stay smart, and keep your neighbors and your communities healthy and the world a better place for all of us, no matter who we are and who we believe in and who we love. Thank you for joining.